Hello, Year 7. We've spent the last few weeks reading Arthurian legends and learning all about them, and now it's time to write your own. So in today's lesson, you're going to fill in your planning sheet. This is the front part of the planning sheet here, and the back bit you got to have a think about after your last assessment. But we're going to start in the front for now. Your Arthurian legend can be about more or less whatever you want. You do have to have some features of Arthurian legends. Aha! Some of you found that bit a little tricky on the assessment. Here in this column, you can see some of the features of Arthurian legends. Excalibur, magic, a prophecy, the round table. These are the kind of ingredients that are in different Arthurian legends that kind of tell us that they belong to that group of stories. So you have to have a few of these. I won't say how many. 2 or 3 at a minimum, I'd say, but you can have as many as you like. And that way we know it's an Arthurian legend. But you also get to have a twist or some new ideas. So you can think about what that might look like. Harry Potter, for instance, has some features of an Arthurian legend. For example, it involves magic and dragons, a quest, and a prophecy. But obviously, it's still very different to the kinds of legends like Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. So it doesn't have to be old-fashioned or traditional. It can be modern. It can have different kinds of characters. It's entirely up to you. So what you need to do to start today's lesson off is fill in this side of your planning sheet. So I'm going to fill it in just so you can see what I might do. This bit are the key bits you're going to include. This bit is your idea of a twist. How are you going to make it your story? And I've got some suggestions down here in very small lettering. And this bit with the numbered boxes is so you can plan out exactly what's going to happen. What happens first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and finally, how it ends. So you've got these kinds of things there to help you sort things out. And on the back, yesterday, or the day before after your assessment, you should have answered some of these questions just to get you kind of thinking about your story. I'm going to start here and think about some features of Arthurian legends that I want to include. So I'm going to include Excalibur, the magic sword. And I'm also going to include, I think, a quest. What else do I want? I think I want some famous characters. I'm going to include Guinevere. But I think she is going to be the lady in the picture. She's going to be one of the knights. And I'm going to include Morgana. She's going to be her enemy or her foe. So those are 4 features of Arthurian legends I'm going to put in my own story so that it kind of resembles enough the ones that we've learned about that it fits into that category. But I also want it to have a twist. So down here I'm going to talk about my twist. So my twist is going to be about Guinevere. She is going to be a knight in her own right. It rhymes, yay! Okay, so I'm going to say she's the person in the picture. Okay, I'm also going to say it's before she marries Arthur. So it's Guinevere maybe at like 17 or something like that. She's younger. So those are some of the details about my twist, and she's going to be my main character or my hero in the story. So I could now go and put these things in order. I'm not quite ready to do that. I'm going to go back to this side. Now you should have done this in class, but just in case you didn't, I'm going to kind of fill it in now so you can add to yours or change it if you want to now that you're there. By the way, I've decided to have this person be Guinevere and a character for my story, but she doesn't have to be in yours. She's just there to give you an idea. So if you don't want to have a female knight in your story, you don't have to. It's just there to get you started. Okay, so for me, I'm going to start up here. Describe the hero of your story. What does she look like? What is her personality? What is she trying to accomplish? So the hero in my story is Guinevere. She's a knight. She is super fast with her sword. I'm going to say that she is tall with dark hair and eyes. I think that she is I think she's a little bit like quiet and serious. But brave. And a risk taker. I think she likes adventure. Okay. And she's going to be, what is she trying to accomplish? What do I think about, like, what is she doing? Because that's going to motivate the story. I've got to know, what does she want? So I think that she goes out on a quest to find Excalibur. Which I'm going to say she wants to use the sword to protect her kingdom. I'm going to give her her own kingdom, I think. I need to think of a name for it. I'm going to put up here. Name for kingdom. I'm not sure yet what I want to call it, so I'm just going to put it up there so I remember to come up with one. Okay, so I've got those details, and I've got problems or conflicts that her hero is going to encounter. So Morgana doesn't want her to have it. Doesn't want Guinevere to get the sword. That's one problem. That's like a person versus person kind of conflict. I might also like talk about, I think I'm going to talk about like the weather. Maybe the weather is going to be really bad. Some kind of like person versus nature. Like a flood, maybe? Maybe a flood's going to kind of get in her way when she's like on her quest to get the sword. And she needs another problem to kind of start things out. So she needs a problem why she wants the sword in the first place. So I'm going to say some kind of like evil, magical creature is attacking her village. No, I don't think I like that. Because I like the griffin. I'm going to cross that out. Okay, I like this guy, and I want this griffin to be in the story as a good guy, as her sidekick. So instead, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say some Viking invaders are attacking her village. Okay. Let's see. How is she going to react to these setbacks? It says patience or frustration, emotionally or logically. So I think she's very emotional about her village, but very logical on her quest. So she's a little bit of both. What tools and people could help her? I'm going to say this griffin helps her. She's going to need a friend. And a friend. I don't know more about the friend yet. I'm going to have to think about that a bit more. Okay, so I've done those bits. I'm going to come over here. Where does it take place? City or countryside? It's countryside. I'm going to go with like a traditional setting, I think. So countryside, long time ago. Okay, and the world is unique. It's got magic. So it's kind of a pretty traditional, like Arthurian Legend type of background. I'm not going to change that too much because I've already got a twist because of Guinevere. What other characters are present? She's got to have a best friend. I can't decide if that's going to be someone from her village. I think it might be her sister. Ooh, or a cousin. Maybe it's a cousin. Follows her on quest. And I mentioned the griffin. The griffin is also going to be her friend. Okay, and how's the story going to end? So one of the things I've said is it doesn't have to be like a total story where everything's solved at the end. It might just be like an episode, almost like an episode in a TV program. So I think for mine, is she going to find Excalibur at the end? I'm not sure. Do we want to be close to Excalibur? I think it might end with clue about Excalibur's location, but maybe she hasn't actually found it yet. Because that's going to be a really long story, so I might just write like an episode of the story. Okay. Because the word limit I'm going to give you guys is going to be, I want you to write between 500 to 1,000 words. And that's quite a long story. So I don't think I want to do more than that, but after 1,000 words, I might not tell the whole story of Excalibur. Okay, so I've done these bits. Now I'm going to go back to the front. I'm going to fill in these numbered boxes so I kind of know what order my story is going to go in. So the first thing that's going to happen is that Guinevere defends her village from Viking invaders. And I'm going to say the Griffin turns up then. So the Griffin comes to her rescue. Then she sets off on a quest for Excalibur to keep village safe. And her cousin secretly follows her. Okay, then Morgana is going to play a trick. I'm not sure which trick yet. I'm going to have to come back and think that one out. And they deal with that, and then there's a flood. And I'm going to say her cousin nearly drowns. But not quite. Okay. Then they're back on the quest. Getting closer. And then they're going to discover a major clue about Excalibur's location. And it's going to end with them continuing the quest. Okay. So that's what I've got. That's my plan for my story. And this is probably enough for me to start writing. So I'm going to stop here and I'm going to follow the instructions on the board and open up my first document so I can begin typing my first draft. Thanks.